into it, so it like drops a little heavier.
Right, starting with the low part and then doing that. You still want the low part though when it switches to vocals?
We're Colpa Mia. We're a band out of Richmond, Virginia.
So we've officially been Colpa Mia for about 3 or 4 months now. My name's Mike and I play guitar for Colpa Mia. Got my first acoustic guitar for Christmas one year and I've been kind of just progressing since then. Me, Wynn, and Andrew actually grew up together. We went to the same elementary, middle, high school. Winston met Max freshman year of college.
My name is Max. I play bass in Colpa Mia. Started playing music at an early age. I played in concert band, and then when I got to VCU, I started exploring a lot of the live music. Started getting involved with other musicians in the city. A lot of us, we were just kids, just learning our scales and our modes. And I went from dabbling in friends' living rooms on borrowed guitars to starting to write music, put songs together. I played a couple open mics with other friends, other bands, and then really hit my stride when I started playing in Colpa Mia.
My name's Winston, and I play guitar and sing in Colpa Mia. Guitar is my main instrument, and I've been playing that for around 7 years now. The first year I was doing it, I was really just, I picked up an acoustic guitar and started learning all of the basic kind of, open chord songs. But maybe after, first year and a half of doing that, I started getting into actually trying to write my own stuff. So, around 6 years actually trying to be creative with it.
If I were to describe Colpa Mia's sound to somebody who hadn't heard it before, I would use dreamy, comforting, and energetic.
It's fun. It's energetic, but it's still mellow. The guitar parts really swim over each other almost every song. The bass lines are fun to play, and the drums are always just loud and fast. And it's kind of got a really natural vibe to it. It's really good driving music. I think we all agree.
Yeah.
It's fun to put on in the car. It just kind of, even if it's your first time hearing it, it takes you back to something. I think one thing that separates our sound maybe from other things you might hear in the sphere locally, we kind of have a lot going on at once.
Yeah, I'd like to say that hopefully people could attach to the different colors and tones that we bring out. Like we like to, put different filters and effects on the instruments, so a guitar doesn't always just sound like a guitar. It might sound a little synthy or something, a little subby.
It's like driving 90 miles an hour down the freeway, but you're still sitting down, right, and relaxing. So I think we kind of have this cool, like, best of both worlds. Well, you're saying it'd be cool to have a low part on the vocals, right?
Because then when we go to the verse,
Well, I was thinking low part during hi-hat. That's what I was thinking. It's like when you come in,
the one
with
I
that
go.
melody.
And then high part on the ride.
My name is Andrew, and I play drums in Colpa Mia. I started playing music when I was about 15 years old. I purchased my first drum set, and I actually started learning the drums through the game Rock Band. When I actually felt what I was doing come out, it gave me a real big connection with music, and to actually be able to see what you're doing come out and hear what you're doing come out gives me an overwhelming feeling of joy. In the middle of performing with my band, I feel almost lost, like I'm not in the same place when I originally walked in. It could be any venue or someone's backyard, but I always end up coming back to the same place with the band. It's a real close connection.
I get a huge rush when I'm performing. Butterflies, jitters, all that. Honestly, right up until the first note of the first song, when I started playing, I have a lot of nervous energy. But then it instantly changes. Like once you're in the first groove of the song, everything just kind of falls into place, and it feels like I'm right where I need to be. Yeah, Colpa Mia is like a home.
Just want to continue to try and write the best music I can and play as many shows as I can. And music makes me happy, so you know, that just is going to keep me going regardless. And I just feel like it's an infinite amount of, you know, it's a big canvas, you know, and it's hard to imagine running out of inspiration, or I haven't yet. So
I think my goals are kind of aligned with everybody else's. We kind of want this to progress into something more and something that we can do full time instead of, you know, on the side.
Biggest step for me right now would be to hear ourselves on maybe like a local radio station, to hear somebody talk about a new upcoming band, to hear someone say the name Colpa Mia, and it's not one of my friends or somebody that I know specifically, would blow me away.
I think the Richmond music scene is really talented and diverse. There's definitely a lot of really cool bands and a lot of really good people, and a lot of people in Richmond pushing the Richmond music scene forward in a direction that it hasn't been pushed before. And I think Colpa Mia as a whole kind of adds to that and brings in a unique sound to the Richmond music scene.
I think the scene in Richmond's pretty diverse. When I first started going to shows, it seemed like it was just heavy stuff and a lot of punk, but I guess when we started playing, we really started like bottlenecking bands around that sort of fit into like more of our style, and I think we can fit into, I think there's a nice community that we found, like a group of bands that we fit into, but at the same time, I think our colors stand out on their own from those bands.
The music scene in Richmond is a huge organism. It's like a colony of, it's like a Portuguese man of war, like the giant, or like a box jellyfish. It's like a huge entity, but it's comprised of much smaller, you know, symbiotic relationships. I think that one cool thing about Richmond and the music here is the network, the musicians that know each other, play together, do shows together. Everyone is always looking for the next opportunity, but they're never hesitant to open doors for, you know, fellow musicians.